All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hold on, let me make sure. I'm going to cut that part out. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're the real Hebrew Israelites, come from the branch of the GMS Indianapolis camp, and like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. A Shalom to you sincere, hopeful, elect brothers and sisters listening and learning, and to you brothers preaching and teaching this truth through the four corners of the earth. This is the brother Nathan and the brother
Romeo.
Yeah, like I said, we're about to come out in transit, man, and just, we're going to start with the Sirach, the second chapter, and just roll through the spirit. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 1.
Chapter 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. It said, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation."
Right. Can you get the count the cost?
God.
Yeah, it said, "My son, when I come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptations," man, right? Because when you come to serve Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, and you separate yourself from the world by, committing to the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, rehearsing the righteous acts, like it says in Judges 5 and 11, you're susceptible more to like demons attacking you, because Satan's agenda is to continue to keep you in the world. And that's why you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you find yourself catching more hell trying to enter the truth of Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, and you didn't prepare yourself. And so that's why a lot of guys fall out. Ultimately, it was set up for them to fall out from the beginning, because Proverbs 20 and 24 says, "What man's goings of the Lord, how then can a man understand his own way?" All right, so you got the that's why the scripture said. That's what it said. You got to prepare yourself, man. All right, go ahead and get that piece up.
This is Luke chapter 14 and verse 28.
Because hold on, real quick, because when you start to serve the Lord, now you're held accountable, and life becomes actually kind of harder. All right, because remember, if you were of the world will what? Love its own. All right, now that we're separating ourselves from the world, all right, these people might look at us funny.
Yeah.
One, because we got the light on us. We're not in complete darkness like the rest of the world. All right, so we're a spectacle to these people in general because we don't do as the world does.
Yep.
All right, which causes them to speak evil of us because we don't run to the same excessive riot, just like it says in the Peter, right?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
It's Luke chapter 14 and verse 28. It says, "For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first, and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it?"
Right, you're supposed to count the cost when entering into this faith, man. This ain't just I'm gonna just jump in and jump out when I feel comfortable. No, like Apostle Gabar says, like especially in this faith, you gotta what? You gotta get comfortable with the uncomfortable. You gotta remember, you're changing your whole life, and you're going against everything that this world has created, from its wicked ass holidays, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, and all that, to just doing the ways of this world, man. Like we're against the alphabet community, but this world pushes it, that equality and all that, and we're saying, nah, we ain't all equal. The chosen people are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the speckled birds that go back to the seed line of Jacob, that have been scattered amongst the other nations, that look like the other nations, but they go back to Israel. All right, that's why you try the spirit by the spirit. But anyways, so we got to understand that, hey, you got to know what you're getting involved in, and what you're finding out is a lot of these Israelites have not. They don't know what they're involved in. Hey, back there, what's outside? License plate 144 on it. But we got to understand that, hey, man, this is some serious business, man. Our life's on the line. That's why the Romans 12 and 2, the 12 talks about what? Giving our bodies a living sacrifice. That's why you see us on the highways and byways. So, but see, when the persecution comes down, which Yahweh Shemashah told us about, see, these other camps ain't getting ready for that, man. And these other Israelites in the world, they don't understand, what's going to come upon them. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, "Less haply after he hath laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him.
Right, you get mocked and scoffed and laughed at because what? Here it is, you laid the foundation, so you started to do the work, calling on the names of Yahweh Shimon Shai, you know. But then it got, you know, you're laboring week in and week out, but then it got old to you. Then this ain't as fun as it used to be, because you know, hey, times is getting worse out here, man, and we're about to go through pure hell. Jacob's trouble is on the horizon. We're at the beginning of it, and the Northern Kingdom is feeling it with these police raids, man, and deporting people. Now I'm just seeing there's a U.S. citizen children that are getting deported with their parents, regardless. They don't give a damn. They're just rounding everybody up and say this is what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And sending your ass away. All right, separating families. You know, just like it was during slavery, man.
And the Lord, hey, you know, just to make a comment on the Northern Kingdom, man, the Lord be jacking up them northern tribes out there, man, because of a lot of the wickedness they do, man. You know, you know, they be heavy into witchcraft, you know, idolatry, man. You know, that's why the Lord, you know, be you know, jacking the Northern Kingdom up, man. And it's not gonna get better. A lot of Northern Kingdom think they can still come to America, you know, and you know, seek refuge, man. This place is through. This place is out the window, man. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yep. But see, and then Jake starts falling out because it's getting too hard. Man, my family hate me now, dog. My girl left me. My kids don't want nothing to do with me. Well, that's part of this, see? That's why you gotta understand what's to come with us, man. Hey, these people that are in the world, they're against us, man.
Yeah.
All right, and we gotta be okay with that because, hey, guess what? Because at the end of the day, our true family is the ones that do this, the will of the Father, man. Just like Yahweh Shai gave that example, man. All right, you know, when his mother was calling upon him, he's like, "Who is my mother and brother and sister?" He's like, "Those that do the will of the Father, man." All right.
Yeah.
So our true family is the one in the truth, anyway.
Hey, that's spirit. I was literally meditating that, you know, at the plantation. You know, just, you know, you going to work, man. You got to be around a bunch of wicked jakes, man. That'll, you know, literally sell you out. You know, for some FRNs, man. You know, you know, even our own families, man. You know, they in the world, man. You never know, man. It's, you know, if you know they could possibly, you know, turn on you, you know, turn you into Esau, man. Mm-hmm. You know, so we're like a prey here in this society, man, because everybody, is against, you know, the spirit and power of Yahweh Shimon Shai, man. You know, they're under Esau Edom's spell. You know, these people out here, they just got Satan on them, man. They just like the movie The Matrix. How the agents they can manifest through people, you know, walk through walls and shit like that. You know, hey man, these people of this world are juiced into the system, man. And you know, and in that movie, I believe it was Morpheus told Neo, he was like, and these people, they would do anything to protect the system. Yep. You know,
because they're not ready to be unplugged.
Yeah. Oh man. Yep. Nope.
Yep. And that's what you see in this world, man. They ain't ready to be unplugged. They love this world. This is all they know.
Yep.
So anything outside of that is gonna knock them out of their comfort zone. And you know, especially here in America, Babylon the Great, these people are all about comforts. All right, they're all about the lust of the flesh, man. The lust of the eyes, you know, all the fleshly desires. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go. Continue.
It's It says, saying this man began to build and was not able to finish.
Yep, see, the man wasn't able to build and wasn't able to finish. Because remember, hey, and these are the jakes that what? Put down the plow, man. All right? And, you know, and just like it says, hey, those that knew the will of the Father shall what? And didn't do it is going to be beaten with many stripes. All right? That's what's going to happen to these Israelites that have fell out, and now they're bugged out, and they're talking shit. You know, against apostles and elders. They got butthurt because something happened, and now they blame the truth. You know, you're supposed to, okay, something didn't work out in the camp, you're supposed to continue to go preach Yahweh Shimon Shai. But see, then they come up with their hurt doctrine. Now all they all they talking about, they forget about Yahweh Shem Shai. Now they talking about their damn feelings the whole time with the scriptures, you know? You know? Because what? They didn't prepare. All right? They didn't set up as men. All right? They had some emotional bitches, man. And we ain't no bitch made ass niggas, all right? You can't be in no bitch ass spirit, all right, when you're serving Yahweh Shem Shai, man. He's looking for soldiers, man. He said, endure hardness as a good soldier. All right? And what comes with that is, hey, you gonna have to hold it down, man.
You gotta eat shit. You know, you gotta catch up, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. And you gotta catch hell and love it.
Yeah.
And, you know, and you know, and understand why. You know, you understand that, hey, well, we're just getting judged for, you know, the things we've done in this life, past life. You know, we're serving out our punishment, man. We're in prison. We're in captivity.
Yeah, but that don't mean the Lord not gonna stop sustaining you. You know, the Lord gonna keep. The Lord, hey, just look at Job. Job caught pure hell, man. But hey, he was proven to be a man of integrity. You know, and we gotta come in that spirit, man. We can't, you know, one thing Elder Nabaf, you know, from our camp, you know, one thing I will always remember him saying was, never lose your integrity for Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, and you know, that's.
Yeah, let's go back to Sirach.
This
is there more on that?
Nah. It's like this is Sirach chapter 2 and verse 2. It says, "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure."
See, set thy heart, your mind aright, right? So you wanna meditate on the law, statute, commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai, day and night. You don't want to lose track of this word, man, because you start losing track of the word, man, and then you find yourself veering off to the left or to the right. You know, you want to stay on that straight and narrow. All right, we want to be in the straight gate, which is a position of difficulty, but that's the path that leads to salvation. Anything outside of that path, all right, you're on the way to destruction, man.
Yeah, because those other paths, they're not gonna purify you how Yahweh Shem Shai wants you purified. You know, you gotta do it the right. You know, the Lord wants you to do it the right way, man.
Yep.
You know, the Lord's not looking for somebody, you know, that's trying to take, you know, find an alternative route or like any gray areas, man. Nah, man. You know, just like how it was brought up before, where it says endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, man. You know, the straight gate, you know, that's a path of difficulty.
Yep.
You know, always being you're always being tested on many levels, man.
Yep.
You know whether it's you know, mentally, spiritually, financially,
physically,
you know, relationship with your family, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, just all, you know, just you know, hey, we're you know, the Lord is purifying, you know, his men.
Yep.
You know,
we're getting stronger, man. You know, hey, we welcome it because we know this is part of the walk. Yeah, now, you know, we're not, you know, we're not getting all excited because we blew a fucking tire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, the Lord just judged me. Thwadi Yahweh Shem Shai. What we're really saying is Thwadi Yahweh Shem Shai for keeping us on the straight and narrow, keeping our head straight. Even when we go through these trials and tribulations, right? When we're tested with these temptations and we're able to get through them, then we see the glory of Yahweh Shem Shai, because he's shown that, hey, he's dealing with us because we make it through these tough situations. You know. Read it again.
It says, "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure."
It's saying constantly endure. And see, majority of these jakes, all right, they ain't about enduring. Like I said, they're about comfort.
They want the quick and
yep.
You said it perfect. Comfort.
Yep.
That's why Jakes love these cities, man. You know, they want to get a nice apartment like
this.
You know what I'm saying? How you know, Babylon the Great is has that a spirit of comfort and being relaxed. You know. You know, it's, you know.
Yep. Go ahead.
Like it's verse 3. It says, "Cleave unto him and depart not away. that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Right, see? That you may be increased at the last end. All right, you got to cleave unto Yahweh Shema Shai. Like I said, you got to stay in his word. All right, stay rehearsing the righteous acts. All right, that's how you're going to be able to endure this, man. Because, hey, the scriptures were what? They're written aforetime, were written for our learning, man.
Yep.
All right, so that we can continue to keep our hope into Yahweh Shema Shai and understand that, hey, this is not going to be our life forever, man. There's a way out of this madness, man. And we're already out. Remember, the kingdom of heaven starts within you. We're already there. We're just waiting for everything to play out. We understand that the victory is already written. We got to let this timeline go through what it's going to go through. We got to let the prophecies come to pass as Yahweh Shema Shai deems fit. But ultimately, we've already won. So, we, like I said, we just waiting on the victory, the total glory that's already been set, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
See? Whatever's brought upon thee, take cheerfully. So when we're catching hell and we're going through things, hey, be cheerful about it. Because we have the understanding on why. We're not like these people of the fucking world that, like I said, shit goes wrong their way. Now they're ready to jump off the fucking building. You know, or I'm going to kill myself. My bitch that left me. I'm gonna hurt myself. Nah, man, we ain't doing that shit, man. It's getting weak and shit.
Yeah. If anything, the reason why we're going through this purification process is so that we can disassociate from, you know, from this place, man.
Yep.
Not talking about doing a bunch of shrooms and then I'm this. No, man. You know, just spiritually departing from this place, man. All this places, it's all temporary, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's all getting ready to be destroyed, man.
Yep.
You know, there's no point in trying to hold on to anything of this society, man. Because and another thing too, this world's full of wickedness, man. Like, here it is, Yahweh Shema Shai, he called you to this marvelous light, man, out the world, man.
Yeah.
You know, Jake out here in the world is hopeless, man. They don't, you know, the Lord didn't reveal himself unto these wicked ass niggas, man.
Nah.
You know, so hey, just knowing that, man, makes you even want to go harder for Yahweh.
That's right. Yep. Because we ain't like these weirdo fucking people in the world, man. All right, we just pray and hope that, hey, Yahweh Shema Shai keeps us, man, and that we got the ability to constantly endure, man. You know. Go ahead.
It says, "For gold is tried in the fire."
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped the whole line. It's whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
See, yeah.
Yep.
Just like Apostle Paul said, he said he know how to abound and how to be abased. All right, so we know how to have a lot, and then we know how to have little. All right, that's the balance of Yahweh Shema Shai. He'll have us up for times, and then he'll bring us low to keep us grounded, man. All right, we don't get too high, and he don't make us too low. All right, but like we said, we got to be patient, which goes into suffering. You know, and like I said, that's part of the endurance, man. All right.
It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Right. So when you're going through adversity and you're taking on these temptations, you're taking on the plagues of this world against you, right?
Man.
Shit. Hey, we're getting the impurities out of us because we find ourselves stronger and stronger in them situations to the point where if we ever got in the situation again, we're like, man, that ain't shit.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get no emotional. And don't get it wrong, this flesh will sneak up on you.
Yeah.
You might catch yourself. See, that's the problem. That's the deal. You gotta catch yourself. You gotta be able to rebuke your own self. That's why Scripture says examine thyself, right? All right, so you might get in your feelings, that's okay. But you gotta snap out that shit. All right, that's the main thing. Go ahead.
It's verse 6, it says, believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Yep.
See, order thy way and trust in him. See, that's what it all comes down to. You gotta trust in Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, you gotta believe, man. All right. Hey, remember, you gotta have faith, which is a gift from Yahweh Shema Shai. And it says, what? Without faith, it's what? Impossible to please him, man. So we're here walking this earth, man. You know, trying to move and groove, getting in and out of the matrix, you know, getting our daily bread and whatnot. But, you know, you know. But it's like I said, to be a part of this world is you want to be a part with Satan, man.
Man,
all right,
yeah.
You know, shit.
Yep. I got
Hey,
one more. This is ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So, you know, ye that fear the Lord, man, wait for his mercy, man. You know, it's not on your time. It's on, you know, what Yahweh Shem Shai wants, man. You know, just hold your integrity, man. You know, be patient. And at the end of the day, man, you know, you're gonna grow in being more resilient, man. You know, you know, and hey, man, at the end of the day, man, you just want to be better for Yahweh Shem Shai and to hell with this world, man.
Yep.
And all this afflictions and all this, you know, BS, you know, that we go through now. Hey, this is all bullshit from the world, man. You know, hey, we're coming into some harder times, man. You know, so yep, that's it.
Yep. All right, yeah, we just want to make this a quick in transit. We got made our destination. So with that, we'll pray that it was edifying to the elect and like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom.
Shalom.